It's the biggest day of your life, and so Mix 96 want to make sure that your wedding day is captured forever with the perfect wedding photos. So we teamed up with Marcus Charter to find out the top 5 tips on finding that perfect wedding photographer and capturing those perfect wedding photos. So number 1, portfolio. Marcus, explain.
Well, a photographer's portfolio is normally your first experience of a wedding photographer. You know, you'll see them on Facebook or on social media somewhere or on a website, and you go, oh my God, look at that shot. Might even be for a friend's wedding images. But the real thing you need to look for are in their blogs, and the hope is they publish real wedding stories from beginning to end. Look at multiple weddings, look at different venues, look at different times of the year, make sure they have a level of consistency about the portfolio so that when you talk to them and book them for your own wedding, you know what you're getting.
Number 2, professionalism.
Well, as a professional wedding photographer, you want to, when you're speaking to them, get a good feel for how professional they are. And it's not just about how they act on your wedding day, but the whole experience of working with them and booking with them and planning and the images that you'll get afterwards. But ultimately, they need to make you feel relaxed about your day, make you feel warm and fuzzy inside about them being booked for your wonderful day, to take all the stress and everything away so they can just get on with doing the important thing, which is taking your wedding story and delivering the images to you.
So number 3, budget.
So when you're thinking about your budget, you're going to be very excited thinking about dresses and venue and cars. But the one thing that's going to trigger those memories when you look back in about a year's time is that beautiful wedding story. What you want to think about is when you're choosing your wedding photographer, can he produce his wedding story for you? Can he produce those wow pictures? So you will find a big range of wedding photographers from cheap to expensive. And maybe when you're looking, you might be looking at the photographers that do produce these wow pictures. You may be thinking they're quite expensive, but when you think about the total investment for your wedding and what these guys are going to capture and produce as unique memories to make it such an awesome thing to go back and do your pictures, sometimes it's worth just spending a little bit more money.
So number 4, style.
Well, style is a big thing. You want to think about the fact that when they shoot the day, they might be doing it in a photojournalistic sort of style or a documentary or fine art, taking loads of candids. Equally, when they process the images, they might have a bright look, a matte look, a dark look, black and white look, grunge look. But also the photographers themselves will have a style, the way they talk to you, the way that they work on your day, about how subtle they are. So when you're talking to your wedding photographer, not only do you look at their images and their portfolio, you talk to them, understand what their whole kind of style is for shooting your day, and just make sure that it matches what you're looking for as a bride and groom. So you've done your research, you've met your photographer, so you've looked at their portfolio, you think it's awesome, it matches what you want, you've talked about budget, and you're kind of on the same page there. But ultimately, do you really trust your photographer? Do you trust them with the most special day of your life? Ultimately, you'll have a gut feeling when you're talking with them, when you're talking with your parents about them. Is there that kind of warm and fuzzy feeling? Are you excited about choosing them? If you're not sure, wait, maybe speak to some other people. Trust your gut, it's never wrong.
So there you go. There are the top 5 tips to getting the perfect wedding photographer. Thank you so much to Marcus. And now over to you. We hope that you have the amazing wedding you always wanted and those perfect wedding photos.